Let's talk about submission. I understand that the Bible wants women to submit to their husbands because submitting to our husbands is submitting to God. But the same Bible instructed men to love as Christ loved the church and gave his life for the church. Now, if you see everything about Christ, if that is the standard of love that God wants for you as a man, it simply means it's all about sacrifice, giving up your right for your partner to be right. You sacrifice everything. Even the Bible calls you a servant leader. You lead by example. You serve. Your service to your partner. But no, you miss that part. I must tell you something today. Submission is earned. You cannot expect submission when you cheat, you lie, you lack integrity. You serve your own selfish need, yet you want submission. That means you're not a selfless person as Christ is. You cannot be treated like a king if you're ego-driven, if you're verbally and physically abusive, if you treat her like you're doing her a favor, because that's how some of you see marriage as. Come, make I marry you. Nobody go marry you. If I don't marry you, who will? What will you amount to if you're not a wife? Like you're doing her a favor. Whereas the Bible calls a woman a favor to a man. A good thing, not the other way around. She allows you to lead. You constantly make poor decisions that wreck you guys. You refuse to take accountability. You refuse to be accountable for the fallout. You don't want to change because you think you're the man. Nobody has the right to call you out. You want respect, but you take every slightest opportunity to disrespect her, to demean her, to abuse her, to scream on top of her. You think becoming a husband is by echoing and screaming on top of your voice, whereas you're supposed to lead with love. There's nothing as beautiful as submitting to a man who is submission worthy. You have to earn it. A man who has shown himself to be strong and dependable when it comes to decision making, when it comes to matters of the heart, you know what to do. A man who shows that he's dependable driver. When you drive well, there will be no struggle with your wife taking the passenger seat. When you lead well, there will be no struggle with your wife becoming a submissive wife. Some of you are out there screaming, I want a submissive wife. Yet, you don't have any trace of loving her like Christ loved the church. No character traits that represents Christ.